Hey guys, I thought we'd go through a couple of continuity FRQs and adjust the notation you should be using as well as the detail you should be putting in. So we're going to go through, I'm going to do three parts. So like this would normally be just part A of an FRQ. In calculus, an FRQ normally have parts A, B, C, D. So this would be part A for this function. And then we're going to go through them. And then at the end, we'll look at the scoring guidelines. So you can kind of see what you would get credit for, what you wouldn't get credit for, where it'd be easy to lose points, that sort of stuff. Okay. So let's first and foremost, it says, let f be the function defined by this piecewise function. So square root of x plus 1, 5 minus x for 0 to 3 and then 3 to 5. The first thing they want me to figure out is f continuous at x equals 3? And then explain why or why not. So for continuity FRQs, you have to show that you're doing the 3 steps. You can't just say like, yeah, because if I plug in 3 here and I plug in 3 here, they're the same thing. No. You have to go through and do them steps like one at a time. So I always do f of 3 equals, and then where would you actually plug in 3? Well, I'd actually plug in 3 in the top piece of my piecewise function. So then I get 3 plus 1, which would equal square root of 4, which would equal 2. Okay, so f of 3 equals 2. Then I'm going to show that I'm going to do my left and right hand limits. So if I do my left hand limit, it'd be the same thing. So I'd get 2. And you don't technically, you don't need to show these math steps in between. It would be perfectly acceptable if you wanted to jump immediately from f of 3 to equaling 2. They trust that you know how to plug 3 into this and get the correct answer. Same thing with these left and the right hand limits. So x approaching 3 from the right hand side. I get, if I plug in 3 for the right hand side, that would be down here. So 5 minus 3, which is 2. So your general limit exists. And then step 3, you just have to say that f of 3 equals the limit of f of x as x approaches 3. And then I would even, you have to make sure to answer the freaking question. So is f continuous? And I would say yes, because you have to explain why or why not, but then this is a perfectly good explanation. It satisfies the definition of continuity. So yes, because the f of 3 equals the limit of f of x as x approaches 3. All right, let's go on to this next question. So let f be a function defined by this piecewise function. Show that f is continuous at x equals 0. So this time you don't have to answer a question, you're just showing it. So still do the 3 steps right in a row though. So f of 0, where would you actually plug in 0? Well, I plug it in up here. 1 minus 2 times sine of 0. Well, sine of 0 is 0. So 1 minus 2 times 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. All right, so f of 0 equals 1. Step 2, I'm going to do my left hand limit and my right hand limit. Well, my left hand limit is just what I did up there, so left hand limit equals 1. My right hand limit would equal e to the 0, which is also 1. Beautiful. So then I would show that f of 0 equals my general limit. Check. So I've just shown my 3 steps right in a row. Beautiful. All right, this last one I had to break out the calculator because there's a lot going on. So a 12,000 liter tank of water is filled to capacity. At time t equals 0, water begins to drain out of the tank at a rate modeled by r of t, measured in liters per hour, where r is given by the piecewise defined function, yada yada. Is r continuous at t equals 5? Show the work that leads to your answer. All right, let's go ahead and show some work. So r of 5 would be if I just actually plugged 5 into here. Oh geez, 600 times 5 divided by 5 plus 3. All right. Divided by 8. So I get 375. Excellent. Step 2 is to show your limits exist and are equal. So, or figure out if they are. Oh, don't use f here because we're using the function r of t. As x approaches 5 from the left-hand side is the same thing, 375. And then the limit of r of t as x approaches 5 from the right-hand side would be if I plugged 5 into there. So I'd have 1,000 e to the 5, which would be, let's see, 1,000 to, oh, no, 1,000 times e to the negative 0.2 times 5, bloop. So that is, I guess I should use approximately symbols there. 367.879. Oh no, so then we would say that we have to answer the question because all of a sudden now my left-hand limits and right-hand limits aren't the same, so we'd say no, R is discontinuous at 5, or at t equals 5, because the left-hand, or you can just, I guess, say, oops, x approaches 5 does not exist. Your general limit does not exist because your left-hand limits and right-hand limits were not equal. Cool. All right, so now we've gone through, we've answered those FRQ questions, so now I'm going to show you what the grading looks like for them. So for the first question, it was just, is f continuous at x equals 3, why or why not? So I went through and I did my steps, and let's show you what they kind of consider. So basically, f is continuous at x equals 3 because the left-hand limit equals the right-hand limit equals the value of 2, and that was what f of 3 actually equals. So you could even condense your work to just this. You have to answer yes, and then equate the values of the left-hand limit and the right-hand limit, and your explanation where it has to involve limits. So did we do that? Yep, we equated my left-hand limit and my right-hand limit, and my explanation involved limits. Beautiful. So I would get both points for that. Each FRQ in calculus is worth 9 points total. For the second piece, you have our left-hand limit equaled 1, our right-hand limit equaled 1, and the value equaled 1. So my general limit equaled my value actually at 0, so I just get 2 points for my analysis. Your analysis has to include left-hand and right-hand limit, and then show the your general limit equals your actual function. And so we got that because I did f of 0, my left-hand limit, my right-hand limit, and then I showed that they were equal. All right, last part. So I got my left-hand limit equals my right-hand limit, and then because my left-hand and right-hand limits are not equal, R is not continuous at t equals 5. So I got 2 points for that conclusion with my analysis. So my conclusion, I got my value, left-hand, right-hand. No, R is discontinuous because the limit as x approaches 5 does not exist. Beautiful. So then we get all the points for those. But that's basically what an FRQ for a continuity problem would look like. So you need to make sure to include limits. I have a lot of students a lot of times who will just not have the word or like the notation for a limit anywhere in there because they're like, oh, I'm just plugging it in. It's fine. No. You actually need to show step 1, step 2, step 3. Actual function, left-hand and right-hand limits, and then does your general limit equal your actual value, okay? All right, let me know if you have any questions.